why did Sadhguru find the need to make that video during CAA, in support of CAA, which had, divided the country in some sort of an ideological fashion? He should have stayed away from it. It wasn't his domain. Do you regret it, though? May I ask you that?
No, not at all.
You don't?
Not for a moment. See, this whole CAA is because there are theocratic nations around us. And there, by law, there is prejudice. In our country, socially, there are many prejudices. But by law, there is no prejudice. By law, you and me, no matter who the hell we are, we are same. But I may hold something against you, you may hold something against me, and we may do rubbish to each other. That's an unfortunate social reality which nobody can change overnight, It's a continuous striving. Even in the so-called most advanced countries, there is a serious levels of prejudice in various aspects of society. Unfortunately, it's in our country also, wish it was not there, but it's there. So now, in a theocratic country, by law, when somebody is discriminated, if they want to come, you facilitate. How? Instead of 12 years, they have to wait for 7 years. I think it's not compassion, it's conjuice. Compassion should be if somebody is persecuted for who they are, not for what they did. You did something wrong, a nation punishes you, that's a different matter. We punish you for who you are. Those people want to come back, you give them an opportunity. I said this 7 years is stupid. Why are you keeping a 7-year stipulation? Because people who came during partition, many of them still in, the same refugee camp kind of existence. Slowly, second, third generation have come out, that whole generation lived in refugee camp. We did not rehabilitate them, we did not fix it, because for what they went through, the horrors that they went through, and they left all their life there and came back, we did not take care of them well. Now, after so many years, if they're still being persecuted, why do you need 7 years? Please bring them back if they want to come back. They want to live there, that's their choice. Now the argument was at that time in the country, but this was not, because the word Hindu is a very… it's like a 4-letter word, you can't say that. So they said all religions, except whatever that nation's theocracy is, if they are persecuted, they must be allowed. And that too after 7 years of waiting. In 7 years, a man's life can be destroyed. After leaving your property, everything that you have there, and you come here and you keep him limbo for 7 years, it can be destroyed. I said, what is this 7 years nonsense? You must give them immediately, make them Indian if they are coming here, because they are being persecuted for who they are, not for what they did. Now the argument was, why can't the Muslims also come? Then the whole country will come. Because your country is doing little economically better, then the whole 2 countries will come. That's what is happening in the eastern border right now. In the western border, if everybody's come, you have to give them citizenship, is it? If you did not have population, if you were like Japan or something, I would say yes. But we are not even able to provide for our population, still 300 million people are barely eating properly.
No.
So I said, what is the problem with this?
That's a strong argument. The government did use it at that point of time, which, many questioned you on.
See, the government using it is their choice.
It's their prerogative,
because
I agree.
It's in the social media. And it was an answer to a question that somebody asked. They used it and newspapers printed it on the front page. Well, I was unnecessarily in focus, but I have no regret because I said what I believed.
It's a strong argument. You make a strong argument. Sadhguru, because of… No,
it's
that
not
was…
a strong argument, it's a fact.
There'll be, see, I'm going to sit right in the center of this debate.
No. See, if it's 2 opinions, you can sit in the center. Right now, this was the law. That was a fact.
Right.
The fact is, there are theocratic nations where you're being persecuted for who you are.
I agree with that. I agree with that. I do. I agree with that there are theocratic nations where you're being persecuted for who you are and what religion you keep. I agree with that. But what also, I'll ask you a larger question.
And Christians, Jains, Sikhs, for everybody it was open, not just for Hindus.
No, I agree, but the counter-argument was Muslims, but you made your point on that.
But then then why don't you just wipe out the border and make it a part of our nation?
No,
That would be
that's
great.
what I'm saying. That's a…
No, if that is the option, I am welcome for that. Wipe out the border, annul the partition, make it into one nation, let's handle our problems whichever way it is.